Let's be safe and have a lot of fuel supplies. Well, in fact... Okay, we're going back to London. We could explore that on the way. We're in decent enough a condition, we just don't really want to fight because our hull is low. That's the only thing that's not good for us. Also, we have a bad engine, which doesn't help when fighting, for sure. Scout away. Something just here. Guess that's worth checking. Right. Except we can't get it. Well, we can. We just have to chassis and stuff. Oh, it was. Oh. Nothing here. Scout away. Nothing. Come on. I was distracted for half a second here. Okay, there we are. Is there anything new in London? Ah, right. The listless aristocrat's brother. The aristocrat stuck at the avid horizon mentioned the brother responsible for his predicament. It takes some time to track down someone resembling the aristocrat. The sooty slums are empty of any fallen nobility. The grand houses close their doors to you. It is as if London would prefer all detainees of the avid horizon to remain there. It's not as if. London does prefer that. You've all but given up when you receive a note to meet in the Crown Jewel. A distinguished gentleman sits by the fire, his porcelain features a flawless mirror of his brother's. He intimates a litany of unsavory habits and hobbies possessed by his younger sibling. Calumny in the nursery, scandal in boarding school, horror in the young stags club. He would very much prefer if his brother were to stay where he was. Well, okay then. Let's remove that from the to-do list. Okay. The signalman, he has something for us, because it's been enough time. He's loitering with intent beside the station. He looks more miserable than ever. The signalman is in a state of distress. They told me that taking everything I said under serious advisement, focus on better management practices, improve efficiencies. He shakes his head. I don't think they've listened to anything I said, but they were very happy. I mentioned your name. Okay. Curry favor with the ministry or with industrialists. Where are we for his quest line? I do not remember. Journal. Wants to visit an old friend at London's Steam and Sapphire Yard. Ah, and we need favor for that, I think. Let's fully repair. Visit the stalwart bookkeeper, deliver port reports. Do we have enough to get his trust? Yes. What is this mysterious further work he once alluded to? Have you been useful enough yet that he trusts you? He considers you for a minute, tapping his pen on the desk. Then he nods. He communicates that he works for the New Street Line, an organization that arranges for work-world escapees to be smuggled to safety. If necessary, the line finds them new lives and new names. The authorities do not approve. If you want to help, you will need to meet his patron. He gives you a yellowing train ticket and shows you an address. It belongs to a fierce philanthropist, co-owner of the Steam and Sapphire Company. Okay. Well, let's request a meeting then. You called at the fierce philanthropist's tall, stately house. Her secretary is a slight man with a drooling lip. He jumps up when you present your ticket and ushers you into his employer's study. She sits tall in her chair, a sherry bottle to one side, her papers to the other. She pours you a glass. Please, have a seat. Her voice has a hint of Maitland's melancholy. Inquire into the New Street Line secretive work. How does it work? They have hidden stations. That's a secret organization. You don't ask this first thing getting there. So no. Offer to assist. The fierce philanthropist gives you a nod. We don't handle that side of the business here, of course, she says. Too dangerous for our other affairs. Speak to our man at the yards. She directs you to a firebrand conductor. Use the passphrase, bread for blood. Okay, now we can ask. There is no line. The philanthropist taps a nail on her mahogany desk. Only the idea of one. We have conductors operating throughout the empire reporting to me. I'll point you to one of them and they'll tell you where you need to go. Assuming, of course, you're ready to be responsible for another's freedom. Okay. We should have taken the signalman with us. What if she was the person he wanted to meet? Yeah. Let's care about other things later. Ah, it was here. What did we need for that? I don't think I've written that anywhere. Did we just need to be in cahoots with the New Street Line? Well, let's check. You could purchase it for 2,000, okay. Arrange for her to be put on display in a museum. can do that. Sure, let's do it. Seems like a nice thing to do. We can put that in storage. We have so much boxwood. Okay, well. So we go there. Arrange for her to be put on display in a museum. You have to source replacement wood and call in a favor you won't get back anytime soon, but you secure a promise you need. The Charlotte guest will be restored and displayed in a modest exhibition hall in the Museum of Inauguration, where London commemorates its arrival in the skies. The plaque she receives will not mention the Isambard line, London does not celebrate failures, but it will testify to her hard work in a hostile sky. The signalman is mollified. It's all any of us can hope for in the end, isn't it? To be remembered. Okay. What now? Oscar he came to work in the Isambard line. Trade savage secrets over a slice of Battenberg cake. You need 2 secrets, I don't think I have 1. I think I've read that already actually. Yeah. Okay, so now we need secrets for him. Well, we don't have any right now. Can I not ask him to work for me again here? We can recruit the crew. Failure, but we still get them. We can. Okay. So we put him here. And this time we'll try to get a cryptic benefactor. Come back in 30 days. 30 days. So that makes it the 22nd of July. Okay, let's talk to the princess. The princess is opening a salon in London. A jewel in the city's crown, a bright star shining in the smoke. Her ambitions are limitless, her expression when she suggested it, worrying. Inquire among the establishment of the location of the salon. This would cost us gossip. We'll just lose some time if we fail that test, that's fine. From what you can gather, the salon moves about, rarely in the same place. Last week it was in the hallowed, I think is the pronunciation. It was in the hollowed out dome of the ruin of St. Fiacres, once the city's spiritual heart. Next week it will be in undercellars of the ministry. Today, well, it takes hours of searching to find someone who'll admit to knowing where it is. They offer its location willingly, provided you do not make them go back. The door to the salon is easy to find. You enter to find yourself in a crimson room. Shadows move along the walls, carrying glasses, pipes, and little silver tools. The princess sits upon an indigo velvet armchair, held aloft by 4 adoring scions of great houses. Around her, various luminaries of the British establishment lounge in postures of surrender. Honey and wine flow like spilled blood. Everyone in the room wears red, aside from the princess. Everyone is laughing. Everyone is smiling. No one looks at the door behind the princess's chair. She's detaining them. They're hostages to her. Okay, we can trade 3 artifacts for 1 condemned experiment. Taking the salon for a moment of inspiration. May only be taken once per visit, for afterwards the salon will close. Okay, so that's the last thing we do. Pick up the princess to close the salon. I'll just leave it. Whisper secrets to gain cryptic benefactors. 3 secrets. Okay. We can't check the quest line. So I don't know whether I need the princess back with me. We have several condemned experiments, and I don't think we... maybe we've used one. We can do that once. Doesn't hurt, to be sure. I guess let's get a moment of inspiration. Regenerated terror. The wine is rich, the honey flows. You do not remember the conversation. You do remember the vial, the scream as the bow bit the string, and the resonant melodies it conjured. The strings were not catgut. The princess did not speak. The lords and ladies drank and cavorted. You remember the feel of velvet on your flesh, the taste of wine red and thick upon your tongue. You do not remember what went on beyond the door behind the chair. Beyond the door behind the chair. Is it not the exit? You find yourself back on your engine. The salon has closed for now. Okay. Wait. Was that the place? What do we trade here? Gossip. We can't gain secrets here. No. Is there something to do back at the yards? Yes. Visit the firebrand conductor. He meets you in a smoky station pub. The conductor is an itchy-fingered, studious young man, blazing with revolutionary zeal inside his oversized scarf. We'll free them one by one if we have to. It's a good job. The clientele is raucous and utterly uninterested in your conversation. It's a good job. The clientele is raucous. It's a good thing. I guess that's what it means. Okay. Inquire about the work. Agree to smuggle passenger. Inquire about the work. What happens on the work world and how does the new street line work against it? We kinda know that already. Everyone deserves the right to their own hours, to live them at the pace God intended. But on the work world, a pauper spends a month of their life to ensure an hour of rich man's luxury. The firebrand conductor spits onto the floor. Those who escape from the work worlds are hunted. Our patron, arranges passage for as many as she can. We look for opportunities. Empty cargo trains, drunken captains who won't notice a few extra hands on board the trains. Agree to smuggle a passenger. The firebrand conductor flips through his notebook. The lady makes the arrangements through her network. Let's see. Yes, pick up from here, leave it there. Come back to me and I'm sure I'll have another who needs your help. His mouth tightens. There's always more. Collect a passenger from the Eagle's Empyrean. We hypothesized it was in Eleutheria, but I guess probably not actually. I don't know. So navigator, we needed to go there for the navigator, and now we also need to go there for the new street line, and then deliver that to Port Prosper. So we will need to go through the contraband check at the relay. Okay. I don't know how I am to do that. See nothing here, right? Right. Well, I guess we've done what we could here. Yeah. Right, we only have 2 stained glass, so we need 1 more. Did they produce it there? No, it's literally telling what they export. Nostalgic crockery. Nostalgic crockery. Literature. Dried tea. Ah, here. Stained glass. So we could go to the Clockwork Sun to progress the Devil's quest line. Could be nice because we are already, I think, pretty far in it. We've done a bunch of things for him. But then if we go to the Sun, I kind of want to have 5 literature. So we could just go to Waterbury to get the literature, and then all the way back to the Clockwork Sun. We don't need to do that right now. Waterbury is a place where I can rather easily lower my terror. Although it's gonna cost much more now that there's not crockery at a bargain. Do we have crockery in store, actually? Yes, quite a lot. So we could just take some with us before we go there. So we could just explore, and once our terror is a bit higher, come here, get our crockery, do this, then that. Then we have the glass for the devil. And we see what we can do. We needed souls for someone somewhere. I didn't write it down. It was for the storm. Let's write it down. Storm that speaks. Souls. Or immaculate souls. Makes it happy. I don't know what this accomplishes for us. And in the stair to the sea, I should write down that we can offer hours, I don't remember how many, to the burrower below, because it's currently angry at us, because we've done a bunch of stupid shit. Okay. Well, I think that's a good time to end today's session, and I guess next session is going to be about exploring this or that place. Yeah, well, we'll decide that then.